Hello everyone, welcome once again to another episode of Motion Picture Meltdown. I'm Stephen the Roast Rosenberg, and joining me today, my faithful co-hosts, Phil the Kill Collins.
Yep.
And Mark the Shark Hinton.
Hey, hey, hey.
And then we got special guest, Travis Hardon.
Yo, yo. God damn it.
Are you mad, Mark, that I
fucking...
said Phil the Kill instead of Mark the Shark first?
I am.
Or you
Yeah,
should
I'm
be
a little
mad.
upset. It's because
It's because I rolled over to him.
rolled over in your broken, shitty cheats broke this chair.
Oh, you mean every... Well, never mind.
Every chair. Yeah. What chair in existence hasn't sheets broken?
The ones he hasn't sat on.
Well, even some of those.
Yeah. they come straight off the line in China, and some Chinese guy, get my fucking sheets broke, fuck out, yeah!
God.
Well, anyway, the two movies we're going to do today are some real awesome 1980s monster movies.
Nope.
Little Monsters from 1989 and The Monster Squad from 1987. And we'll start off with Little Monsters. I used to actually rent both of these movies together all the time. Every time I went to the movie store...
And rub their dicks together? Like you would just rub the VHS cases?
I'd have the cases, and I'd be like, here you go, Mom. These are the two I want. Yeah, you watched that last week. I don't care.
Little monster.
I want it. Give it to me.
Little Monsters, of course, stars Fred Savage and Howie Mandell and Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern's in quite a few of the movies that we've podcasted, actually. He was in, Chud?
Yeah, he's definitely in Chud.
And
yeah.
he's in the Home Alone movies that we will be doing.
Oh, yeah. Can I talk about the 6 degrees of Fred Savage?
Sure.
Real quick. Like, something that I noticed in this is the fact that Fred Savage is, of course, in Little Monsters, and he was also in The Wonder Years. Daniel Stern plays his dad in Little Monsters, and in Wonder Years, Daniel Stern is the voice of grown-up Kevin narrating every episode. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yep.
And and Daniel Stern has a really weird voice. Like, he does. It's noticeable. You know who it is.
Yeah.
And Howie Mandel was the voice of Gizmo, which we did the Gremlins movies, too.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bobby's World.
Bobby's World, yeah.
And I loved this movie when I was little. Like, this was my preferred movie to Monster Squad when I was younger, and now it is fucking terrible.
So bad. It is aged
It's like
horribly.
whenever we watched Space Invaders. So good when it was...
Space Invaders.
It was so good when we were younger, but now it's
so
ass
bad.
out of shit. It was fucking just terrible.
Straight, like, the aliens' mouths don't move in sync with their fucking voices and shit. It's almost as bad as the Falcor from Neverending Story.
I love Falcor.
Fucking Falcor doesn't know how to speak English.
It's true. He's got bubbly skin, too.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But Daniel Stern's just a straight dickhead in this movie. It's like he's...
And a rapist.
He might as well be.
No, he is.
He's very touchy.
He gets so close, and he like keeps slapping his leg like right by his dick. I'm just like, what is he doing? Like sexual advances for no reason.
Travis mentioned that too. He's very close to like inner thigh area.
And he like works his way up, and he's like, champ! And it's like, no, he's not a champ.
But he's such a dick.
If you mean to tell me that my bike is ruined and your car has a little dent in it, I'm being punished? That's not fair!
Somebody put it there, Brian.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge that maybe you didn't do it, but I'm still going to fucking blame you anyway.
Somebody did.
You're going to be punished. Even though it was clearly your bike that was ruined.
Why the fuck would this... I'm guessing Fred Savage is probably around 12 in this movie.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he put ice cream in the cabinet?
Seriously. Oh man,
Why
Dad's
the
gonna
fuck
love
would a
this.
12-year-old eat a peanut butter and onion sandwich?
But he likes those.
Yeah, and he likes... Fuck. That
Probably
is
likes ice cream
disgusting.
too.
That is fucking disgusting.
It's back when I lived with Jay and he was like eating jalapeno ketchup sandwiches and shit. That's the difference between being 12 and poor.
I prefer peanut butter and onion. Yeah.
Jalapeno and ketchup sandwiches, just only condiments on your sandwich.
Yeah.
Fucking straight Fight Club. Ew.
This also has Ben Savage in it, which is obviously
Corey
from Boy Meets World, and then Devin Rattray, who I actually noticed it right off the bat, but he played Buzz from the Home Alone movies.
Yes.
I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
And he's an asshole in this movie too.
Just an
a total
asshole.
dick.
Just look at it.
I'm going to point this out. In the 80s, when they made movies, all of the fat kids were bullies. Obviously, people that made movies in the 80s never went to fucking school. The fat kids aren't the fucking bullies. They're the ones getting picked on. They're like, oh, Pudgy, you finish your 8 sandwiches for lunch today, you fat fuck? Why don't you roll back to class?
And they do that in Monster Squad, because fat kid
fat
gets
kid.
picked on.
Yeah.
Constant.
But the funny thing is, in this movie that I noticed, is when he first gets introduced to the bully, he gets on the bus because somebody threw a piece of bologna out the window or something, and it hits him, and he gets on the bus, talks some shit, falls down, and then gets off the bus. Like, is he going to school?
Well, it's because, like, Fred Savage gets on the bus, and he thinks that his little brother was the one that, like, left his bike in the driveway when it got ran over. So he takes his lunch from him and chucks it out the window and hits the fat guy in the face with it, which you'd think a fat kid would be really happy about that because he just got free lunch.
But why would he get off the bus? Why would he just sit down?
I think she kicked him off the bus. But that's...
So
she just told him to sit down.
so
She just told him
you
to
can
sit
just
down.
drop kids off in the middle of fucking nowhere.
well, you can.
This is the 80s. Fuck kids.
And that brings me to the next point, is whenever they get in a fight at the school and the principal grabs fucking Fred Savage's face. Illegal.
Grabs him by
Shit
the
is illegal.
like squeezes the cheeks to give him like.
Yeah,
fish
he
mouth.
does like the token death grip on this kid's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Just terrible. But we haven't even like really gotten to the meat and
Haven't
potatoes of this movie yet.
The meat and potatoes of how shitty it is.
I'm
There's
sorry,
meat and potatoes.
More like meat and Doritos.
Yeah. And speaking of Doritos, that is Maurice, or Howie Mandel's monster character's favorite food.
Automatically.
And he is such an annoying fuck in this movie. It's like...
Piece of garbage.
I actually think that Maurice is how Howie Mandel always acts.
I'm convinced of that.
Great. Actually, Dad's gonna come in here and find Dorito puke all over the floor. What's he gonna say, huh? Wow! Baseball cards. I love baseball cards. Got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em.
And that's pretty much the whole movie.
That's an hour and a half of that. Pretty
It's
much
like
what you
listening
get.
to Gremlins 1 again. Like the whole movie is just the gremlin noise.
Yeah, he is he's a really shitty friend, too.
Yeah.
Fred Savage just wants to have a best friend that's a fucking monster. That's all that is. Because if I could be like, you know what? I want a best friend that's a monster. Even if he was mean with me, I'm going to hang out with that motherfucker because he's a fucking monster. But Maurice is a shitty monster.
He's a
He
shitty
gets in
friend.
trouble all the time.
All the time.
And that's another thing is whenever he first catches Maurice and Daniel Stern comes into the room and continues to be a complete dickhead dad.
And rapist.
And he's like, it's not a monster, it's a pile of clothes. And he kicks the pile of clothes and then it moves.
No clothes. It's like, ugh.
Not only that, it's like fucking a biker's jacket and like a grown-up's blue jeans. Just fucking like...
Yeah, he's not worried about an adult person's clothes in his
Like,
son's
oh,
room.
so somebody...
Like, I would immediately
A biker
stop and
just
be like,
stripped naked.
what man is in here trying to fuck my son?
Seriously.
Well, the thing is, he
And he was
actually
like, oh,
had
maybe
already...
those are my clothes.
Yeah, he's in there like helicopter dicking in the closet naked, you know, just putting on lipstick and smearing his body in mayonnaise, helicopter dicking Fred Savage, just gross. And Daniel Stern's like, I can't wait.
You probably just sold him to... that's probably what it was.
I think one of my favorite parts about this movie is whenever Fred Savage and Howie Mandel start going to all the different kids' houses and causing trouble, and you see in the morning all the little kids, get yelled at by their parents.
Do you want to go to military school?
Like, that's like a 4-year-old girl getting screamed at in the face. Like, she doesn't even know what school is.
Yeah, doesn't know what military school is.
Their method of travel is amazing, though. I love how they can get anywhere in the world by jumping under a bed, getting sucked into Monster World where there's baseball where you get to break shit, pinball that never tilts, and millions of cheeseburgers and birthday cake.
Oh, yeah. And me and Travis were talking about it a little bit earlier. All of us could just take random things out of this room and make better monster costumes than are in this movie. Like, we could,
What
because
about the one that looks like they cut the head off of a Cocker Spaniel and taped it to a dude's head?
Oh, right. And
Ew.
then the one that had, like, black lipstick on his nose, and it was just, like, a beetle. And then the little kid who had his
Just
hands,
yeah.
his hands on his head, and then he was a monster.
Until one dude, Snick, rips his head off
Snick, yeah.
and throws it into a basket.
But I think the funniest little kid, I think the funniest response to them fucking with the little kids is the one kid who obviously is just going to get his ass whipped.
Shit your pants.
Yeah.
If I heard that, and that was because that was a woman's voice.
That is like count right there.
No, I was getting ready to say, that was that fucking time whenever your dad stomps his way down the stairs and just tried to kick your door in. He tried so hard. Like, if it hadn't been locked, we would have all been dead. I'm just convinced of it.
Yeah, mushroom cloud.
Ew.
Just once there was Count's house, now it's just a fucking crater that's 3 miles wide.
Yeah, and there's your dad standing in the middle of a crater like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Just going,
Like, that kid was like 2 also. So, like, what does that kid do? You know, the dad's just standing there on fire.
Like 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna uppercut you in the next week.
But speaking of Snake, he's like the henchman of Monster World, and he's like, basically, he looks kind of, reminds me of Sabretooth a little bit. Does it remind you of Sabretooth from Marvel?
Maybe like if
looks like-
Sabretooth let himself go.
Oh, no, he looks like
like
if
that.
Sabretooth had been played by Meatloaf.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he... Go back and watch that shit, and you'll go, fuck, I would do anything for love.
He scared the shit out of me when I was younger, though.
Yeah.
Even though he's
terrified.
crap monster... Like when his head moves, like the wig that's glued on his
I
punch,
know,
and his
it's
so
back
bad.
doesn't move.
Fucking awful.
It's like a turtle with a mullet.
Yeah,
gross.
but he seriously used to scare the fuck out of me when I was younger. I used to fast forward through his parts because I was like, no, I don't want.
It's because he had giant, like, fucking monster teeth, and when you blew him up, he would slither his fat fuck hunchback
T-1000
together
himself.
and come back and be missing part of his leg and still screaming like Sam Kinison fucked Meatloaf and had a child with Sabretooth.
I just realized there's a moment exactly like that in fucking Monster Squad.
Yeah,
too.
the werewolf.
How is it even possible that we review 2 movies where a monster T-1000s itself back together?
And it's not a T-1000.
And yeah,
T-1000.
But like, but how creepy is Snake in this movie?
that's a problem.
He looks slimy and gross. Like, he looks like you don't want to touch him.
But he's got the super rapey voice too.
Ooh.
You're scared of me, aren't you, Arnold? Oh, I like that. Oh, I love that.
He's like,
Call 1-900-SNICK to get some dick. Gross, dude.
clicking his teeth together and stuff, and like,
Doing the Freddy tongue.
yeah. But nobody is more creepy in this movie than Boy.
Boy is weird.
Boy is super. Like when Boy got his face ripped off, that was nightmare fuel for me as well.
Yeah. Even though it was definitely like a Muppet.
Yeah,
It was
and he's
shit.
like, "Meh."
Yeah, and his eyeballs didn't move; they just shook, you know. And the mouth
See, that
just
was
opened
scary
and
to
went,
me.
"Wah!"
Yeah, to me, like that was eating me in bed. I was under the bed and it was coming out and eating me.
God,
It was probably
Daniel
coming out of the
Stern's
alien
penis
mouth.
attached to it.
But Boy was like the evil dictator of Monster World, and
He had badass toys, though. He had like super gigantic lawn darts that he used as regular darts, and real tiny tanks.
yeah, and that was one thing I didn't understand about the end of this movie is like it's just turned into Commando, and there's just fucking rocket launchers everywhere and explosions and fucking bow
There's a
arrows.
montage in it too.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
I
yeah.
mean, there's a montage in every movie from the '80s, but I love the montage because like they have like a half an hour to go save Fred Savage's brother before the sun comes up.
And way
and
longer
they-
than
And he
that.
becomes a monster.
Yeah, and then he'll become a monster forever, and they'll be trapped in Monster World.
Yeah.
Even though that whenever it gets dark again, they can just fucking come out, you know. But they fuck the continuity. Oh, and then in the 20 minutes of time, they managed to make super light armor because light hurts the monsters and makes them turn into a pile of clothes or explode.
One or the other.
Yeah.
There's no happy medium there.
Right,
So your clothes are dead.
right. That's it.
But what about like Boy's deal that he tries to strike up with
Oh,
Brian?
God.
I'll let them all go. And your brother. If you'll stay and be my pal.
Raping! Why is this entire movie just some
It's just
dude
child molestation.
driving around a playground in a crusty old van?
It's just child molestation, the entire thing.
There are so many clips. Like, they're really, like, the Maurice says alone.
Oh, I know.
It's just the rapiest.
Yeah.
Like, I am gonna rape you tonight. Like, that's I mean,
It's just
creepy.
chock
It's
filled
literally
with
in
child molestery.
Talking about pulling down drawers and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he pantses Fred Savage in front of
Yeah,
other
yeah.
monsters.
Right.
I mean, why would you care
Get
if
a
a
look,
monster
get a look,
saw your
boys.
junk anyway? It's a fucking monster.
Because it's going to come out at night and play with it.
No, that's Daniel Stern.
Oh, I see. The director of this movie did like 3 things, but he was miscellaneous crew. Like he doesn't have any like titles.
No, he had director,
yeah,
3
titles
titles
on
down
it.
at the bottom.
Yeah,
Check
but
it
he
out.
didn't do shit. He did some Tales of the Crypt, or one Tales of the Crypt.
Oh no!
But
I've seen the entire series.
the writer of Little Monsters, wrote the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Well, that explains
Which
why they
is
kept trying to
crazy.
take everybody's pants off and rape things in those movies.
But he wrote the screenplay to Aladdin, Puppet Masters.
Yeah, you can see he was saving all those good ideas.
I
for
feel like
other
every
things.
podcast we do, it's the guy who wrote Puppet Masters.
Everyone's
We
done
talk about Puppet Masters
No,
so
that's a completely different movie. That's an alien movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not the one with the little creepy puppets that eat people and shit like that. No, that was straight up. I think that
A
actually.
different fucking name, man.
Yeah, he shouldn't be named the Puppet Masters. Then. But he also did The Mask of Zorro. He wrote the screenplay for Treasure Planet and Shrek. I mean, he's a popular guy. And he fucking got his start at Little Monsters. That was his first thing.
I think this movie is actually like the Little Monsters. That's a reference to all the different penises that are going to rape Fred Savage.
For real.
Literally, it's just chock full of cock. But
Ew.
the worst part is, it's literally just a hour and a half long aggravating advertisement for Doritos.
Yeah.
Just super aggravating.
Yeah. And it's not good.
What sucked was at the end, whenever they played like the 3-minute track of fucking obviously Howie Mandell eating Doritos, I actually wanted Doritos after that, and it pissed me off so bad.
Doesn't that piss you off? You know what really pisses me off is that
I just really wanted Daniel Stern at the end of the movie.
that no one has been on. Ooh, gross. I'm just really mad that no one has gone on Deal or No Deal and just shined a flashlight in Howie Mandell's face and just stolen the case and the hot bitch with the $50,000 in it.
Because he'd probably run.
He'd probably take all their baseball
Super
cards,
germaphobe.
eat all their Doritos, and shit in their mouths. Ew.
Fuck their dad while he's
And
asleep.
piss in the apple juice.
Ooh, that was so
He totally
gross.
does. I forgot about that scene.
He pisses
Isn't
and
it,
buzzes apple
isn't it
juice.
Buzz
I
that
wanna-
drinks it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've still never done that, but I want to piss in somebody's apple juice.
It's always made me want to do that.
Like, who pissed
It
in,
has.
Who pissed in your apple juice? Actually, Mark Hinton. Mark did.
Yeah.
Like, somebody really did.
We're going to go ahead and move on to the Monster Squad, which is now the way better of the two. I'm sure it was then, too. We were just
It was always
young
better.
and retarded.
Yeah.
But, of course, the Monster Squad is about a group of kids that is in a monster knowledge
They just
club.
love- yeah.
Monster knowledge.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
they don't know shit about monsters.
No.
They don't know
only know-
shit.
They
They
only
know
the
the
most
extremely
basic
basic
information.
facts.
Right?
Yeah.
They know shit that you know when you're born about vampires and crap. They're like, how do you kill vampires? This way. Well, how do you kill werewolves? Silver bullets. Well, what else? That's it. No way.
And it's a bunch of nobodies, really, in the movie, too. Like, Tom Noonan is probably the most known. He played Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But the group of monsters, of course, Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Only they just call it creature.
yeah, Mummy,
Mummy.
and Wolfman.
Which, actually, Wolfman is, fuck, what's his name?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I know.
God,
Go ahead.
You're an ass. But one cool thing, I did watch the special features whenever they released this on DVD. The the first person to actually audition for the role of Dracula was Liam Neeson.
Oh, really?
But they turned him down because they said he wasn't scary enough.
I bet they wouldn't say that
Please.
now.
No, they
5
wouldn't
seconds
fucking
later,
say
he
that
beats
now.
the daylights out of a
5
bunch of
seconds
wolves.
later,
There's a new director for this movie.
He immediately saw Wolfman and beat the fuck out of him.
That's crazy.
Oh, fuck.
Like, this was right around the Krull area timeline, too, right?
Yeah, they didn't even know who he was. Like, this was like 87 or something.
Yeah.
And
Krull
Kroll was like
was
84, 85.
Right.
So, I mean, nobody knew who the hell Liam Neeson was, other than, like, well, who's that guy? He has a giant nose, and he may have been in Krull.
Oh, so mean.
And, of course, the Monster Squad, the main kid was Sean, played by Andre Grauer, and then there was Fat Kid, who's dead now. It was Horace. And then there was...
Steven is the most heartless fuck when it comes to
Who's
death.
dead now?
Like in our last one, we were talking about the dude that wrote Aliens, and Steven, like, see if he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He is dead. I mean, what do you want from me? You got Phoebe, who's the little girl who is actually kind of hot now, but she hasn't really done anything since then. Yeah, this movie is awesome. It's just a little bit not as good as Goonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as I've said a million times now. Stephen gets mad when I say it. It's welfare Goonies.
Welfare Goonies.
Welfare Goonies.
Welfare Goonies.
I think it's better than Welfare Goonies. I think it is slightly underneath of the poverty line Goonies.
So would it kind of be like not welfare Goonies, but you still get like $50 a month in food stamps? Goonies?
Yes, that I will agree. Okay.
I put it in that same like group of Stand By Me and Goonies. And
Buddy movies.
like,
I love Stand By Me.
They made tons of those in the 80s, and they were awesome. And now all the buddy movies they make now involve some dog.
It
Yeah, that's a buddy movie for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like when the power is the group of little kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I like Super 8 so much is because
It was that formula.
it reminded me of that. You know, but this movie's just got all sorts of awesome quotes in it. Of course, the ever famous quote about Wolfman having nards.
Take him in the Nard! Take him in the Nard! He doesn't have Nards! Do it! Do it! Wolfman's got Nards!
Wolfman does have nards, apparently.
Like, apparently, if you're a werewolf, you get spayed and neutered.
Yeah, why would he not have balls?
Why the fuck wouldn't he have nuts?
My favorite part of this whole movie is like how awesome the fat kid is, but no one will recognize it.
Well,
Like
because
the
he's
fat
fat.
kid kicks the werewolf in the dick
Yeah.
and basically saves all their asses. And then
Meanwhile,
like,
the other one
not-
is just screaming to kick him
And
in
then
the nuts.
meanwhile, like either right before that or right after that, he slaps Dracula in the face with a slice of pizza that has garlic on it and burns the fuck out of his face, and then manages to make him run away. And you know you've done a good job if the fat kid can still run away.
Yep.
And of course, he had at the ready a slice of pizza.
Yeah, why would it?
Because he's a fat kid.
He gave hope to all fat kids.
Yeah.
But he's dead.
God damn it.
You fucking asshole!
You were grinning the whole time you said that.
You
We
knew
were
it was
actually
gonna be a
the guy the kid who played Eugene in this movie, who wrote the note to the army to come because there are monsters. What did the note say exactly?
It said,
Dear Army.
"Hey, guys."
Please help us. There are monsters or
Come
something like
quick.
that. There are monsters.
Eugene.
So of course, after all the monsters are destroyed and everything, the army finally shows up.
Who's Eugene? All right, son. Where are they? Where are the monsters?
Mommy came in my house.
Okay, retard.
Mommy came in my house.
Like, and that little kid, like, he's telling them about the monsters and shit throughout the whole fucking movie. But they won't. They're just like, shut up, Eugene, because he's like 5 years old.
Yep.
You know, like the mummy did come in his house and hid in his closet. How he got there, why he was there, and just hid in the closet and then just left.
No reason.
For no reason other than to fuck with this kid wearing his BattleTech
for real.
pajamas.
Yep.
And just give him a fucking complex.
And we
And
actually-
then the creature from the Black Lagoon ate his goddamn Twinkie.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it him that got the Twinkie
Creature
stolen?
stole my Twinkie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Pete.
See, we actually got in contact with Michael Faustino, who's the guy who plays Eugene. But apparently he's way too busy doing coke to do the podcast. Because he originally said he was going to Skype in and do the podcast with us. But we haven't been able to really get a hold of him. And the guy is a straight cokehead now. So.
And now, since he didn't do the podcast with us, that motherfucker's
get
fair
ripped.
game.
Oh, yeah. And he looks like a straight D-bag now. So just coke. So.
Just keep bringing it back to the...
It's like his Twitter picture actually
Just fucking
vibrates.
your wife.
Like
Yeah.
he's so jacked
Fucking
up.
mummy, her fucking creature took my fucking quarter sack.
Creature took my 8-ball. Mummy came in my house,
Yep.
stole my stash.
Mummy came in my face.
For $1 for crack.
Well, that's for crack. Obviously.
And now that we're done ripping on David Faustino's lesser-known younger brother,
Yep. Okay, and so to go along with the storyline, the way they have to get rid of these monsters is this old fucking German guy who has a goddamn crazy
He has a
Jeep.
straight complex about World War II, which he should.
Well,
because he's
fucking
a Jew and he,
Right.
he was there.
But why the fuck would he Why the fuck would he own a fucking World War II German Jeep? Like, authentic. Like, why the hell would he have that?
Maybe he ran over a bunch of Nazis with it and
On his
decided
way
to
out
keep
of
it.
fucking
And the thing
Auschwitz?
is, like, where did he get it? How did he
Drive
get it? Did he
the fuck
drive
out
it
of here.
across the ocean?
Why isn't the movie about him then? Fucking
Yeah.
escaping from Auschwitz in a Jeep and crashing up.
He reminds me of that fucking guy from Suburban Commando that sits out in his fucking front yard in a Jeep.
It just says random shit. But yeah,
And
they
the
call him,
B-17.
what is it, Scary German Guy?
Yeah.
Scary German Guy through the whole, and he is.
SGG.
He really, really does. Like, his face looks like a cross between a freeze-dried fish and Squidward from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
There's no fucking way.
He was at least
Scroll up.
He died this year.
Just recently.
Fucking
That
90.
dude was 95 fucking years old.
He outlived Fat Kid. Fat Kid ate one too many Snickers and Twinkie bars.
I'm pretty sure
Twinkie
everyone
bars.
No, Fat Kid died of pneumonia.
Yeah, he died of
in the
pneumonia.
90s.
Nah, they're both dead.
You know
Yeah.
what they're doing upstairs? They're eating pie and reading German.
So director
Yeah,
of director of Monster Squad
This is
actually
your last chance
directed-
for pie.
the director of Monster Squad actually directed RoboCop 3.
Which is the shittiest RoboCop
Dude, that
out
was
of
really
all
bad.
of them.
Or the best one, depending on how you
No.
look at it. There is a rocket pack,
Wrong,
if I remember
sir.
correctly.
And he
Yeah,
wrote
this was
House.
dumb.
Also shitty.
I love House.
And the
dude.
first
damn
one's
it.
not too bad.
I love
it
it.
is.
He wrote the second
The second
one.
was way
too.
worse.
He did
Which-
write the second one and the first one.
Oh. Which one had the montage where they were digging up like various body parts or whatever,
That's
or
the
burying,
first
one. That's the first
burying body parts?
Yeah, it's the first one.
But he also, the writer of Monster Squad, wrote Lethal Weapon 2, all three Lethal Weapon movies, all four of them.
5.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and he's doing the screenplay for Iron Man 3, and he did the screenplay for Last Action Hero. So that's fucking crazy. Because Tom Noonan's in both.
Yeah, that's very true.
30 Degrees from Tom Noonan.
But yeah, so back to what I was saying with the scary German guy. The only way to kill these monsters, of course, is to suck them back to wherever they came from.
Nope.
Into limbo.
It's limbo.
Yeah.
Using
From the
use a
Van Damme
magic
book.
testicle gem and a bunch of German.
And a virgin.
Well, they have
Yeah.
to read out
And
the
limbo
book.
music.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, they have this chick who's quite possibly the dumbest girl in the entire town.
Most
So I don't know why they thought she
She's
was
the
a
dumbest
virgin.
girl in the
She's
80s.
a virgin,
We'll just
so
say
they
it.
thought she would work.
München warehouse.
Hier in München nicht verkaufen.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, because that's going to be helpful whatsoever. I need you to repeat these words after me.
Yeah, what he said.
If not, vampires
Ditto.
and monsters are going to destroy and kill everyone. Yeah, what the old creepy guy said. No, that's not how it works.
I mean, I know this isn't a normal
I'd
situation.
just kill her. I would just kill her. I'd throw her in a limbo.
Just-
No, just throw her to the Wolfman.
Throw her at Dracula.
Just immediately
I do
snap
want-
her neck. Is
I
what
want to
I
talk
would-
about something really good about this movie, though. The creature effects in this movie are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Fuck yeah.
The
Whenever he
creature
turns into a
looked
werewolf,
really good. The werewolf transformation was
the
awesome.
mummy looked awful.
Well, how do you make a mummy look good? It's
Well,
toilet
well,
paper. It's toilet paper and some fucking skeleton bones. It's just some bones from a skeleton. That's it. Dracula was super cheesy looking, exactly what you
How
want
he
Dracula
should,
to
yeah.
look like, you know. And then fucking Frankenstein perfectly looked just like goddamn Frankenstein.
Bogus. Speaking of Frankenstein, let's talk about Frankenstein's voice. It's like it's like a Disney movie or something.
What's awesome is like she then throws her teddy bear into the vortex and he catches it while he's getting sucked into limbo, because that's what he's going to need when he gets to limbo.
He's like this.
Floating around for eternity, only knowing this. God damn it, I'm retarded. I'm actually
and
retarded.
also he didn't do a single thing wrong in the movie. Why did he have to get sucked into the fucking limbo?
Because he's a monster.
But why? Because he's fucking ugly and giant?
So was Scary German Guy. Why the fuck didn't he get sucked into
Exactly.
limbo?
Push his fucking old ass in there. I'm sure he killed his fucking share of Nazis on his way
He's driving that Jeep.
That's another connection between this and Goonies. They both have fucking mutant retards in them.
Yeah, it's very...
Oh, I love you, Spawn.
I bet we could find some other similarities between
well, yeah.
the two. Like, I bet there's probably some of the same people, but because it does just feel way similar.
Yeah. It's Goonies.
But I would say after, being older now, this is way better than Little Monsters.
Yeah, it is.
Not just better than Little Monsters, it's just a good movie. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's super 80s
It
cheesy, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Like, I actually, if I have children, once they reach a certain age of whenever the fuck I feel like it. They're going to watch this movie and they will enjoy it. Easy.
Yeah, it'll be
Way
good.
better than the Ernest movies.
Yeah, way
Oh my
better.
God.
And it's still welfare Goonies.
And you know what's sad? I probably would have said that the Ernest movies were better whenever I was littler.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But I
also
love
used-
very
you know what?
annoying.
I
Because
used
they
to love
were
fucking
better.
Thundercats when I was a kid too, and He-Man, both of which are god fucking awful retarded now. Can't watch them.
I just have one more thing to say about Monster Squad. The only thing that I thought was just absurd and didn't have any place in the movie whatsoever was the excessive use of dynamite by Dracula.
Or by anybody.
But I mean, especially Dracula. Like, he has fucking superpowers. Yet his biggest superpower is the ability to own dynamite.
And light it by looking at it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that makes him really special.
Well, he wants
because
to
no
put his
one
power
owns
in.
a lighter. You
Yeah.
couldn't just get a lighter. Any fucking random person.
Yeah, but if you could light dynamite by looking at it, that's what I would do all day. And I would just I'd throw
What if it
your
was only
troll neighbor's
dynamite?
house.
And the pilot of the airplane was Richie Aprile from
Yeah,
Sopranos.
from The Sopranos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I'm glad he died too. He's an asshole in Sopranos, and he's an asshole in Monster Squad.
He's not really dead, though.
What?
You guys are you said glad he died.
He might
I'm
be
glad
dead.
you're dead.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning that he wasn't dead like the other two people.
That's all the time that we have for today. Joining me again, Mark the Shark Hinton. I said it first this time. Bye, baby. Phil the Kill Collins.
Yes.
Travis Hardon.
Yeah.
See you later.
100 years in the darkest night, the forces of evil come out to fight. The amulet they must destroy, or stand forever in the darkest void. Who can stop that deadly might? Who will stand up for the right? From the mouth of babes comes dynamite. The Monster Squad gonna groove tonight. First came Dracula, now the Wolfman too. Mummy and the creature from the Black Lagoon. We need silver bullets, we need wooden stakes. Normal stuff won't stop because they live on hate. Speak some magic words from a virgin's lips. Maybe that'll shake him, make him slip and trip. There's no turning back, gotta fight the fight. Yeah, the Monster Squad gonna jam tonight. Monster Squad, we're the Monster Squad, and the forces of evil better run and hide. Monster Squad. We're the Monster Squad and the forces of evil. Let's beware of the Monster Squad.